my sound setting. Hold up, give me just a sec.
No.
There we are.
Hang on, I'm just modding silence.
Alright, are we all good?
That's fine.
Ryan!
Ryan,
no
put
girl
the
dick,
girl
that's
dick
fine.
away.
The gig.
It's
Ryan,
gog.
come on, we're
It's
rolling!
gog, not gick.
Why not?
I've never
Gog
heard
is the
that.
terminology
I
that
feel
everyone
like
has just
I
adopted.
should have heard that if I was.
Yeah, because you're a transphobe,
sure.
that's why.
Yeah, much
What?
like Suella Braverman and Rishi Sunak, who stood up today and said that trans people don't exist and are not persecuted, and that gender ideology is bad. Ryan has joined the Tory party again.
What?
Stop playing
Alright.
Cyberpunk! We're trying to record a podcast!
Honestly, pretty
What's on
best, not gonna
screen
lie.
is a tall, shapely
And this is
woman
my
with two
this is my basic
katanas,
model.
a oni mask.
Wait, did we already start recording?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
Like, did we already
Yes.
start recording? Because I
This
haven't
is
listened
my-
to
this
all
is my
this
basic
all
Basic
goes
model.
in the podcast. This is normal.
Yeah, you
Cool.
see Ryan here's got the
That's not a thing for
CBBE mod
Cyberpunk.
on,
It's
over
not
for
a
pornography.
Anyway,
Welcome to Stargate Oversight,
awesome,
a
am I right?
podcast starring 3 British people about an American TV show made in Canada, and guest starring 1 Dutch person.
I didn't know there was a Dutch person in the show.
Boy, it's me.
Daniel Jackson's uncle is Daniel Jackson's grandfather is Dutch, and we will meet him this season.
Yes,
next season.
just don't ask him what he was doing in South Africa.
Cool. I think I need to give a disclaimer ahead of time. I do not remember any of the
Is it
names of
gonna be
any of the
long
characters.
hair?
Okay,
So I will be
okay, we will
describing them by
now,
hair
from this
color
point
or a
forward,
funny thing they do.
we will be gaslighting GB
I
by
do not
lying
have
about all of the
energy
characters'
to
names.
pretend.
I think that's
You see, the issue here is, Actisha, for gaslighting, I need to believe something initially. I don't know any of these, so it's more just explaining to me misinformation.
Hi everyone. My name's Hope Frayall. My pronouns are she and it, and I'm the person speaking right now.
Hi, my name's Ryan, and my pronouns are he and him.
I am Tisha Frost, and we have been rolling for 2 seconds,
what is
I
going on?
believe.
Yeah, what kind of time dilation? Like, goddamn.
What kind of fresh
No, it's
time
just called,
dilation
it's just
is
called
this?
having
It's
shit
the
internet.
random time dilation for the plot.
Oh god, I need to talk about the time
Random time
dilation.
dilation is just bad
Yeah, that's exactly
internet.
what it is. They think that's exactly what's happening.
Hello.
Yeah, they think it's time dilation, and the SGC is just getting DDoS because someone's got the same fucking ISPN or whatever. Whatever the
ESPN, yep, exactly.
They've got the exact same ESPN as them, and someone is DDoSing them for beating them in a game of Siege.
They do actually do esports on ESPN, don't they?
They're probably.
Yeah, my pronouns are she, her.
Also, so who's the person who's been talking for a while? Who's that? The other person, the Dutch person.
It's GBroatic. GB, if you want to speak it in Dutch, you really don't want to. Pronouns he, him. Eldritch horror and resident astronomer.
Oh, so you study astrology?
You know that's the least... Okay. Science. I'm a scientist.
Astrologist, got it.
What's our horoscopes looking like today, GB?
If I got a penny every single time people make an astrology joke, I'd be able to pay off my student debt.
And that's why I'm going to continue to do it.
Yeah, we're trying to help you here.
Remember the difference, right? Astrology, loggy, log, a log of poo. Astrology is a load of poo. Astronomy, nom nom nom.
Can we go back to
Samantha
the-
Yeah,
Carter
we
is
go
young.
back to the... Hey, GB, I deal with this on a fucking, weekly basis.
My
Yeah,
condolences.
I know.
You get what you fucking deserve.
Yeah. Before we delve more into Hope being an AGP, I think we should get into the episode, perhaps.
I mean, we can get into the episode quite easily with.
Space. The final frontier.
This is the wrong show!
These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise.
No, it's not! It starts in fucking space with the view of some planets and a sun, and I was expecting the fucking USS Enterprise to fly past any minute, and then
Honestly,
I'd be
the
very
space thing was
confused why
There are
CB6 is in
planets.
space.
There are planets, therefore this is Star Trek.
No, it feels like it's shot like a Star Trek homage. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
So, yeah,
The
we
way
open
it's
up
shot.
with some shots of space with just some sort of big purple thing there. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, it's oh,
So,
that's an accretion
very
disk,
interesting
isn't it?
part about
That's
the starting
bad,
part,
alright?
right? It's a binary star system we start with. And I actually do properly cover how a neutronal 12 star can turn into a black hole by just usurping the mass from the larger orbiting star. It's very cool.
It evolved it.
Yeah. The black hole is basically vol to the level where the internet blacklists you. That's why it's
Oh, damn, that's so
anything
hot.
that goes inside you can no longer see it.
And you'll be writing your thesis about this and uploading it on AO3, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
E621, come on.
It's
Of course.
why would it be on E621?
In image form.
Don't think
You
it
can't
even supports
draw your
text.
thesis.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm uploading
Yes,
it as a
you
JPEG
can.
on E621. Very
Shut up.
crusty quality. Have fun.
Yes, exactly. Oh, no, not a
comment
JPEG with
section
the image
there can
compression,
pay-per-view it,
no.
I don't know.
So how did you get your paper peer reviewed?
Horny.
Well,
So much
what
harder
is
for me.
this?
So I
What
found
is
these
this
furries.
sad panda here?
Oh no.
I'm already done.
God. Oh no.
Hi already. Don't I'm GB. Explain. But yeah, that was actually a bonus point on my end that it probably showed the black hole changing. However, it immediately followed with completely fucking up what time dilation entails.
Oh, come on. I was going to have fun about how cool time dilation is from a sci-fi
It is very cool,
nonsense perspective. And
but it fucks it up the first minute and then kind of gets it right later.
the first minute?
Yeah. Because
So
you see
when you say minute, are we talking about relative minute or...
Okay, minute in the reference frame of the orbiting planet that's about to be plunged in the black hole. That being the non-inertial reference frame because they experience a gravitational field. Works?
No.
But yeah, no.
No.
So, the tiny thing with that
Okay,
is...
I feel like...
Yeah?
Yeah, sorry, no, you continue, GB.
So, the tiny thing with that, how it showed, because it showed these soldiers running in full FPS. It explains later how...
SG009.
Yes.
Damn it.
Yes, names. Yes. My brain. Fuck, where were we? Yeah. So, it shows them running in slow motion, and the issue is that they explain it later that to them time is moving as normal. So my question was, why is it so slow?
Because time goes slow, so time's slow.
I think...
They would experience it as
I
normal.
think that...
Yeah.
I think that's just like a framing thing, like an editing
Yeah, I
thing. I don't
think
think
it
it's
is.
supposed to be like...
But the more
I don't
interesting...
think it's supposed to be depicting that as it being actually like... It's just like they were like a cool...
Okay.
Let's do a cool effect to show
Oh, yeah,
it being
it was
more
very-
fucky.
Yes.
All it did was give me a headache.
But yeah. Anywho.
So yeah, our boys, they're trying to get the fuck out of there. They're trying to hop open the gate. And then
Yep.
meanwhile, back at base, yeah, Carter is
Yeah.
trying to explain how what an apple is to Jack.
So let me get this straight. It grows on a tree. It's
Sounds like
free,
communism
and it
to
falls
me.
on the head of famous scientists
Yes.
and gives them ideas.
It's also red.
Sounds like communism to me!
Yeah. It is our
What about
world.
these green
socialist
apples,
apps.
sir?
I don't understand. I don't understand. Sam, I don't understand. So you're telling me that apples have worms in them?
Half a worm.
Finding a
What's
worm
worse than finding a
Okay, I was
worm in
gonna
your
say something
apple?
rude there. Never mind.
There we go.
But no, I mean, it was very
what's
fun to
worse
have
than-
Mr. Commander
What's
Man
worse
go.
than finding a worm in? What's worse than finding a worm in your apple? September 11th, 2001.
Nah, not really, to be honest.
9/11.
Isn't that the emergency phone number?
How did we get to 9/11 already? Like, what
I
the?
don't know. I really don't
Like,
know.
there was no reason for this.
New
There was
record.
no
New
reason
record.
for that.
9/11 mentioned in 15 minutes. Wait, that might not be a
That's
record.
definitely not a record.
You guys,
No.
whatever.
Fuck.
Stinky. It's very stinky.
But
Hey.
yeah, Jack doesn't understand.
Hey,
metaphors,
GB,
and-
explain wormholes to our audience.
So if you just take a piece of paper, right, and you write on that wormhole, that it says wormhole right there, right? But wormholes are a nice theoretical thing that completely fucks up the topology of the universe, where you curve space-time, like because we live on the simplified, we live on a flat locally, but curved space-time on the large scale. So locally, we don't have any curvature that we experience, but take the whole universe and it's curved, and for that, it's best seen as like projected onto like a 2D sphere or like a 3D sphere, but we are at the surface. So the surface of the sphere is the universe. A wormhole, we penetrating it like your favorite midnight video, and thereby creating a direct connection from one point in space to the other.
I was going to make an appropriate accompanying noise there to go along with your metaphor, but this is the free feed. We shouldn't be indulging in such disgusting things on the free feed.
Yeah, it's not allowed. And speaking of shut down, Jack and Carter's burgeoning student-teacher roleplay is shut down because we've got an incoming traveler.
But there's no one scheduled to be coming.
Yeah, there's only SG6 with Daniel, Sir not appearing in this
It is like
episode.
right at the end.
SG10.
SG10
What actually
and
happened?
SG6 was it? Sorry,
Oh, we said
SG4.
SG6,
SG4
but
was
who
the one.
cares?
Yeah, there we go.
SG4. Yeah, sure. Yeah, 4, 6, and 10.
We cannot identify the signal. It appears perhaps they might be speaking some kind of funny language, like Chinese.
Dutch.
So SG10 is the
They
Mexican
communicate in
unit.
Dutch,
Yeah,
otherwise
exactly.
known
They
as
speak
Pacific.
Chinese. Yeah, I believe they speak Chinese in Mexico. I am a general. I know these things.
We sent them out with the transgender
What?
operator. She's speaking hyperpop.
I feel like I'm an old man.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's a joke about how a
Yeah,
lot
okay.
of trans women listen to 100 gex, which is hyperpop.
But what if the signal is simply too slow? Let's speed it up.
Oh yes, the 1990s
Oh,
computer
can I
that has the
actually
power
say-
to speed
Yeah,
it
This
up.
is
zoom
the one time in media.
Zoom enhance the audio.
Yes. I mean, it is the
Yeah.
one time in media I have seen with black holes where it talks about gravitational redshifts. And like Carter actually, all the stuff Carter says, except for one thing I don't really get, is 100% on point. I'm very happy that there's like a person who can talk sciencey without going full goobity gabbity hoobity boo.
I mean, she's a main
Yeah, I
character.
mean,
she has to at least
absolutely.
be likable.
But yeah, no, the gravitational
See,
redshift is a very fun thing. So it going into the far infrared makes a lot of sense of something so close to a black hole. Also, was the moment I immediately put in my notes, they dead as fuck, yo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
they're
this
fucked.
is
They're
very-
absolutely fucked.
I was like, hold up, they're in the far infrared. Yeah, planet destroyed, they dead.
Yeah, no. If this was like an action movie, this was like an action movie at the time instead of like family television. It would have been like, "Hey nerd, explain this to me in terms I understand." That black
takes
hole
a gun
fucking
and shoots
fucking
pussies in
fucking
slow
gravity.
motion.
No, my initial guess, because FYI, I've only seen like 1 or 2 episodes of Stargate total. my initial guess was that they were gonna go full Armageddon movie and just try to explode the black hole or break it in two so everything is fine. But yeah, no.
Well, put a pin in that for now.
Yeah. We'll put a pin in that.
So yeah, they realize this is SG-10's code. But yeah, why is it all slow? And as GB explained, they sort of slowly kind of figure out the whole black hole redshift time dilation shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they try and open up the iris to get them through, but the gate just basically closes immediately because it's been open for quite a while, technically on the other side.
Yep.
Yeah, they open the thing and no one comes through.
Wah, wah.
And it shuts
They
down.
died.
I mean, wasn't it specifically an outgoing gate? Would
Yes, so
It goes
this
for
is
a
an
moment.
incoming
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
At the
okay.
start.
It's a
But this one is incoming.
it's a
You know, this
bisexual
entire
game.
episode wouldn't have happened.
it swings both
No,
ways.
this entire
I'm
God
sorry.
damn it. This entire episode wouldn't have straight up wouldn't have happened if they didn't have the iris closed.
Yeah, why the fuck does a piece of metal stop gravitational fields, by the way?
Okay, so the
Don't worry
iris
about
in
it.
terms of
Don't
like
worry
what's
about
meant
it.
to do
It's not-
basically like millimeters away from the gate where your molecules reform. So the idea is
Yeah.
you essentially just your atoms just slam against it and then like dissolve.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, because the
It's 'cause
general actual intention of the iris is that it's supposed to stop basically alien invaders
Just
mainly
hitting the
world
button to
from
come go to Earth.
suddenly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
actually like if you look into like how it would actually work, it's horrifying.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we've made this joke. I've made this joke at least many times on the podcast, but it is the equivalent of being teleported
It's
inside a wall
telefragging.
in Minecraft and suffocating to death.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Telefragging.
it
yes.
is just the old telefrag.
Yeah.
Well, so what are we gonna do?
We're gonna
We've got a bunch of
telefrag
dudes trapped on a planet and something's weird. We're gonna Jack wants to go through, but no. Safety first.
I will not.
Safety third,
I will not allow you to
Jack.
go through this gate. Instead, we're gonna send this robot that probably cost
The
us
United
millions
States
of
military
dollars.
would never
instead.
send one person instead of the expensive equipment first. That is not what the United States military would do.
In order to investigate this black hole, we're going to sound the wormhole. Have fun.
Oh.
Yeah, no, the real strategy of the United States military at this point would be like Hammond going like, all right, I want you to search all of our troops for the most minority unit that we have and send them through.
Yeah. I mean, the fact is, I believe nowadays the equipment of the average U.S. infantryman costs well over $200,000, like plates, plate carrier, rifle attachments, especially the rifle attachments. That's just one of the most valuable on there. That and the combat armor,
yeah.
whereas the soldier, the soldier is not worth much. I think like it's something like 10 years of soldier's pay or something for his equipment. I don't know, but it's a lot. Yeah. So instead, we're sending in this robot developed by MIT. We don't know why they wanted to cover it in hardox and attach a bunch of vertical spinning disks. They're moving at 3,000 RPM
The
to it.
spinning thing makes it
That's
record
what the
better.
blokes at MIT do. Also, this flamethrower. Yes, they've called it Blendo.
So yeah, they send in the goddamn probe.
Yeah, and we find out that the probe has arrived on the planet
Yeah,
of Red.
it's all red.
Red. Get it? Yeah, red planet.
It's all red, baby.
I
Must be
believe
communist.
we may have accidentally sent the Virtual Boy through the Stargate instead of our probe.
No. What happened is we sent this weather balloon through, and there happened to be a 10-year-old
Oh,
child
no.
on
No,
there.
not Balloon Boy. Yeah, unfortunately, because we have just sent them the Virtual Boy, we will not be able to get our troops back. But at least they will be able to spend their last moments playing Virtual Boy tennis with each other.
If my last moments were staring at that fucking awful thing, I would be so pissed.
No, I mean, you throw the Virtual Boy in the black hole. Problem solved.
Yeah, you destroy the hellish artifact, and it's so dense and horrible. It just shuts the black hole off. And
No,
turns
the
it
black
into a
hole
white
just
hole.
sees the Virtual Boy and instantly kills itself.
Yeah, I mean, it goes taking time out of the universe,
Look, if you
becoming a
just
white
throw
hole
it
that
hard
puts
enough
time
and
back
rotate
into
it
the
enough,
universe.
the black hole becomes a
Okay,
naked
if you
singularity and
just-
cause another Big
You
Bang.
just throw it
Problem
with a
solved.
good spin on the ball, it goes around and
Yeah.
it's fine.
Oh, you just
Interesting thing I do need to note about this episode. This episode was made way before I made a detection about the gravitational waves by two merging black holes, right? But it does have a lot of stuff on it that would be pretty, like, how do you say it? Like brand new physics or astronomical research. So they did that goddamn research.
Yeah. Nice. It's got the GB seal of approval.
Yeah, except they then...
I mean, stay tuned
It's
to the
the-
end.
yeah,
to
no,
find out
it-
if
Oh,
it
okay,
gets seal of
okay.
It
approval.
kind of has the thing like AI, where it starts off well, but the longer you let it go on, the more it deviates from the thing. It just
I mean, it
becomes science
becomes
fiction.
TV.
Oh.
Yeah, towards the end of the episode, they're like, Hammond is just like, well, I'm sorry, everybody, but we have some bad news. What's up? Well, you're actually all okay, but your hands are really fucked up now.
What? What?
You see your hands dipped into the black hole.
I'm sorry,
therefore-
we tried to get AI to reconstruct your hands, but it didn't know how many fingers you had.
You now have
So you have
constantly
about
between
20
3
on
and
each
6
hand
fingers.
Never 5.
And they're all incredibly blurry.
That's another horror. That's a fucking tiny blurry man in a perfectly lit dim alleyway
yeah.
going...
And in other news with AI recently, I've been having fun with the Bing image creator trying to circumvent its word filters and finding increasingly more creative ways to make it make 9/11 meme images.
What is 9/11?
What
the
once
fuck?
again,
What-
back
what
to
is
that
it with-
book
what-
50 minutes later.
This is like
for
a
the last
15-minute periodic cycle mentioning it.
time. Yes,
She has a
actually,
fucking
every
alarm
15
that just
minutes,
says
Frosty
and
cycles around and that puts 9/11.
9/11
I know the general thing is never
Yeah,
forget,
I
but
found. I never forget.
People.
So yeah, general advice from me here, if you want to do that, is do some combination of something like X character causes a big disaster in New York in September
fuck, just
2001.
move on.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry,
Doesn't want to,
I will move
but-
on now.
Yes. So the planet of Red is redshifted. There is only 11 frames of video.
There's a young
And-
man.
We perform a zoom and enhance past the yelling man, and we do indeed see what Major Boyd is scared of:
Is
a black hole.
the fucking Sojak meme
dun,
of pointing at something
dun.
but it's a black hole?
I will make
That's
that
how
on
you
the
do it.
episode
Right.
art.
But yes, then Hammond from bottom gear, then it's like, oh shit. Because black holes are kind of bad, even though it seems like Mr. Commander Man doesn't realize at first what a black hole is on the image.
Oh, he's from Texas.
Yeah, it is quite nice though that Jack recognizes a black hole, because if you don't remember, Jack O'Neill does indeed have a telescope, and not just for perving on
Oh,
his
for
neighbors.
fuck's sake, I forgot about that. That fucking line, in particular.
Yeah, he's basically like, Carter, I have a black hole for science, not for
He has a black hole.
perving on my neighbors.
You know,
it's
tiny
me
vacuum
dropping something- it's me
singularity
dropping my
is
can
fine.
deodorant
It's not
spraying them.
gonna absorb any more mass.
That's what killed his son.
No, we are not giving the black hole the Jack O'Neill Award for gun safety. Because the black hole doesn't know where it
Yeah, well, the black hole knows where it is because it knows where it isn't.
goes. No, the black hole is not the missile. We have an award we give out called the Jack
He left
O'Neill
his-
Award for Gun Safety, named after Jack O'Neill because he
No,
failed
he-
gun safety and his kid killed himself.
His gun was
We haven't
basically
awarded it in a
available.
while,
Well,
but-
not it wasn't out, but his kid was
We
able to
haven't,
get it
no,
and like
we
was
didn't award
playing with it and shot himself. And that, yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
That's why it's the Jack. We haven't given it out in a while. We need to give it out again. And we need a new award. Give
We
us a new
almost
award,
gave
people.
it out during Face Off.
We did, yes. We should have given it out during Face Off as an honorary mention.
Didn't make it. He didn't make it.
Nick Cage kills the kid and then the Scientologist. Or what? And then he goes back to his burger
Well,
and fries.
I mean, the time that we almost awarded it was because the kid nearly suicide by copped himself.
Oh yeah, that's true. No, we
Yeah,
should have given it to
well,
Nick
the thing
Cage for
is, he
just straight up killing the kid.
Yeah. It has to
I mean, it was. He meant to shoot the dad, not the kid, so it is an accidental child shooting. No, but he still gets the
Are
award.
we here just right now while GB is here trying to relitigate the fucking Jack?
I mean, you started it. I'm just
Yes!
going along with it.
Yes.
Okay,
I
so
was just referencing it for a second to explain it.
Right.
Yes.
yeah, no, it got a redshift, correct, a gravitational redshift on an image, right? But right after that, I think we cut like to the next scene at the surface where Mr. Military Man hears the very slow walkie-talkie, which then isn't how redshift works. So sadly, within the minute, they flip-flop between describing it perfectly and going like we play a YouTube video at half speed.
Hope
Yeah.
you've got a perfect drop for this moment. I think.
Not yet. That
No.
will come out- that comes up in a minute.
No. What did GB just do to this episode?
Relativity gives me a headache.
Come on, I know you have the ding.
I don't know what's going on here. I'll be honest.
Oh, right.
I'm terribly scared.
I don't know where the ding is. Ding.
You don't.
Oh
He
god!
wants the
Look, I
cinema
made
sins
these notes.
ding,
I
but
was
don't know where
invited
it
as a
is.
scientist. You think I'm not gonna go full cinema sins on the shit?
GB,
What? Yes.
how dare you cinema sins our podcast?
And unlike cinema sins, I actually do my research.
I'm just lightly
When
making
you
fun
cinema
of my
sins,
friend.
you can't call it.
There we go. Keep
I played it
that.
like
Keep
3
that on
times.
hand.
Quick
We only heard it
tangent.
once.
Cinema sins is like one of the worst forms of fucking media.
There we
It just
go.
makes people think things are bad when they're not because it says shit.
Unlike a great movie reviewer like Doug Walker.
As we all know, The Wall is an awful movie that makes no sense.
Oh God.
It was
we're
pretty
not
awful. It has
relitigating
British
the point
people
that
on
Doug
it.
Walker and cinema. We're not relitigating the point that Doug Walker and CinemaSins between them have destroyed a lot of cinematic literacy. But yes, no. So SG10 are dead, and hey, let's turn the gate off. Why is the gate not turning off?
Oh no!
Oh no! Also, can we not gloss over the fact that Carter was fully like, "Hey guys, you want to like live leak watch these guys die?"
She was. Yeah. Like, sir, this is the never before seen
it's an
opportunity.
seen opportunity to possibly ruin
Carter,
this ancient
We should
artifact.
watch these people die.
Goody!
So everyone's
Carter just pressing
standing
record
there,
on
like,
the
going,
DVR
oh
so
my
she can
God.
upload it to
Oh my God,
Lively
Carter's just
later.
like got like a phone out, like.
She just pulled a tin
Oh,
of popcorn from under the
no.
desk.
Carter was
and
just
like,
Yeah,
ahead of
my
reactionary
Twitter feed's gonna.
YouTubers.
She's just like, my Twitter feed's gonna really go off.
Oh, my blue sky is popping off. I got 5 retweets.
The
for this.
other one. Yeah, but it's only available like by
Blue sky's better than Twitter, yes.
Yeah, so
If you have an invite, yes.
We're
don't
part
read
of
anymore.
the special club that we got.
by that I never
By
tried.
Hope probably got a genuine invite. I had to like ask a guy on Reddit to give me one.
Once again,
Oh,
I never tried.
I got an
and I
invite
never
from one of
will.
my friends.
But yeah, we then are
Nice.
at this service, right? With the military people being like, it's been this long since we've had contact.
Yes. Yeah, it's been 4 hours since we had contact, but before they went, they kind of went.
Is that proper military terminology? What exactly does
I then also
I
have
know
in my
it
notes
says
saying
funky.
here as well, okay, they dead as fuck as well.
I know it says funky, but my brain says like, what did they do? Did they go fucky? They went.
I mean, again, it's not as mispronounced as some of our other favorite lines from this, like.
Getting off all night. You got great hands. Really snap.
So yeah, we were actually before this podcast recording, I finally went through the transcript of that episode to figure out what Hammond was actually saying in that favorite little drop of ours, and he's actually talking about boxing.
Well, all right,
No,
what's he
he's
saying?
talking about a man
what
doing
is
a
he
fucking
actually
hand job
saying?
in the bathroom.
Let me find the line. I
You
did send it
sent
to
it
you,
me.
yes. He's actually saying he's got great hands. He can really snap the jab. He was getting off all 9.
So he cut in with 3 good ones, then he fainted with
And
the
the
right,
guys-
came in with a left hook, and a right cross,
Okay,
and the guy was
technically
down.
that is all boxing terminology, but fuck off. Like,
Yeah,
God fucking hell.
fuck off.
yeah.
He was getting off all night.
Speaking of getting off all night, Hammond at the end of the day picks up his nice red phone to call the White House sex line and discovers that his phone isn't
line
working.
to his fuck boy president isn't working, and he just goes, "Ah, shit."
Oh no! Bill Clinton
God
is
damn
Hammond's
it!
fuck
God
boy.
damn it! Is he with Monica
In
again?
my
I
head,
swear.
Hammond and Clinton are fucking like having like a relationship.
We're sorry, General Hammond. Bill Clinton is unavailable. He is currently at Little
That is-
St.
do we
James
just cut
Island.
that one?
Please leave a message after the beep.
What?
It's just,
No,
No, because we don't.
non-associate. Fuck off.
Do you read?
Yeah,
That's the
basically,
island
we're
that
joking
Epstein
that
owned.
they hung out together. That's all.
Oh!
Yes.
Oh no!
Yes.
Do we have to
Yes,
reset
I
the
feel like
day
we
since
do.
Epstein mentioned back to 0 again?
Yes. It's been at 0 for like the last 3 episodes because whenever the president comes up,
Whenever that president
Epstein
comes
up.
comes in.
They come. They always will.
I think it may have been at 1 because I think he didn't come up in
Stop
the
saying
film.
Epstein
He definitely
comes
came up in
Okay,
fucking
Rob,
Stones.
Stop it, Hope.
Stop
Oh, he
saying
certainly did. He certainly did.
Come on.
Yeah, he really came up and broke his hyoid bone.
Fucking hell.
So yeah, to elaborate a little bit on I read
Just
the
like-
word for the radio waves, right?
Yeah.
So the big step here.
Much like Jeffrey Epstein himself. This episode has really killed itself.
This is just so back to Epstein.
Immediately.
Let the man explain radio waves.
Sorry,
please.
DB.
With the walkie-talkies, right? The big thing here is
I
that
used to use a walkie-talkie
time dilation,
on the-
yes. We're talking about gravitational redshift here, which would be strong because what's her name? Carter
Mm-hmm.
puts her keys next to the gate
Yep.
and they suddenly point towards the gate, right? Showing
Yeah.
that the gravitational field is exceeding Earth's field.
It's a dog
How
tax,
people
but
are
yeah.
standing in the room is a question I'll pose later, but the thing is,
Yeah.
there will be a lot of gravitational redshift, which is the whole walkie-talkie thingy, right? So the issue here is
Mhm.
that it wouldn't be that people speak slower, but that wavelengths get longer. so you wouldn't hear it anymore. It would go way outside the range. But for the show and everything, they of course make it so it's the slow motion stuff. But yeah, with how much slow it already is, they're fucked. Simple ass.
Simple as.
The fact the episode went on for longer than that makes me
so
wonder
to be blunt, is
if
the
we
planet...
are reconsidering the physics of black holes.
I mean, what I have to ask is
Planet's
at
already
this
nah,
point the planet dead?
Okay, so here's where wormholes kind of fuck with causality, because it's both dead and not dead yet, because it is connected to the planet.
Oh no!
Right? So usually, when you approach something,
Yeah.
you shift your reference frame, that being your observation frame, right? And frame being like just your local space-time, which is non-curved, to that direction.
Mm-hmm.
A wormhole kind of connects two frames immediately at one point, which is what makes it really fucky, right? Because we are immediately connected to points in space-time. One experiencing falling into a black hole, but if you then go on the whole universal scale, the long way around, it'd be a different point of time, information-wise. So there's two forms of information of the data existing. One being slower than the other, meaning that the planet both is completely fine still and the soldiers are on the planet, and the black hole has consumed everything already at the same time. It's not quantum mechanics, it's just fucking with space-time to a degree that you make a scientist very mad and buy 10 more espressos.
But, so, because in one space-time it's dead and one space-time it's not, can it be stopped or is it inevitable?
It is completely inevitable. I mean, what do you want to do against a black hole?
I mean,
You
if
actually
you can
cannot
somehow get
unspin a
close
black
and
hole.
solve the problem how they solve the problem in the episode.
Yeah, which is... Yeah, the solution, we'll get to the solution when the solution happens. And I get it's something in logic with Stargate, I take it.
Yes.
But, yeah. Once the black hole happens, basically already we'll be talking about end of the world scenario, realistically.
Cool.
Oh, cool! I love the end of the world. Couldn't come
Sweet.
sooner.
I'm getting a fucking crowbar and I'm beating my way onto a flight to America to see my girlfriends before I die.
Yeah. Well, the bonus is we can finally get rid of time zones because they
Well,
make
I'm
even
sorry,
less sense
Hope.
now.
I'm sorry, Hope, but you can't do that. In
Why
a
not?
post 9/11 world, no longer can you hijack a plane just to take it somewhere.
Why? It's again 50 minutes later. What the fuck?
Yes. And we actually get the first official mention of the
Of 9/11.
Stargate's timer. Because it turns out that the Stargate can only stay open for 37 minutes without outside interference. And unfortunately, the black hole counts as outside interference.
So I thought when they were like, "Oh yeah, the Stargate is still like staying open," that was because of time dilation. But apparently, it's like the angular spin fueling the Stargate, like energy from the black hole.
Yeah.
Which means two things: either we're using a hyper-civilization technique of spinning something around the black hole and imparting the kinetic energy into the Stargate, which is possible because the planet is falling into the Stargate. Or a direct gamma ray is pointing at the Stargate and the Earth will be vaporized
Oh
in
man,
1
super
nanosecond.
cancer.
Well, you know,
Hypercancer.
hypercancer.
Yeah, that's my favorite edition of Street Fighter.
Space.
I'm looking to see if there's actually an explanation for
now
how the
machine
Stargate
sun-
works. It just says the Stargate produces a violent burst of energy known as a kawoosh because of the large. It just uses a shitload of energy to create a wormhole from point to point.
Okay.
That is the only
Makes sense.
explanation.
You need a lot of energy to effectively create a hole in space-time.
Yes.
Because E is mc squared, and space-time is bent by mass and gravity. Therefore, by putting in energy, you distort space itself.
Mm.
Which also means that the black hole itself would... This is where it gets really fucky with white holes. Because now we're at the point where if wormholes exist, do white holes exist? It's a very interesting idea.
Um,
Because what happens then if the wormhole fully goes into the black hole, and then you have a wormhole inside a wormhole?
so, the only show I've ever seen that has embraced the concept of a white hole is Red Dwarf, which is mostly done for comedy and is probably done very inaccurately. Have you seen that episode, Jimmy?
Nope.
I can show it for you at some point. It's probably one of Red Dwarf's
Alright.
best episodes,
Hmm.
but I don't think it's very good physics because it also involves them playing pool with planets. So
No. Yeah.
Well,
It's
I
Red
can't
Dwarf.
believe the comedy show might not be accurate
But-
about its science.
yeah,
I know, right? I'm going to mail Cinema Sins right now and make a suggestion.
okay. So the Stargate is basically an enormous superconductor made out of naquadah, which is this very energy-dense superconductive metal. It also likes to go boom.
Okay.
It
It's
can
magic
also
space metal.
turn
It's-
you-
Yes,
it can also
it's
turn you into
really
a
strong.
superhuman
Can
if it
tank a
gets in your
meteorite.
bloodstream or something.
Yeah, if you Gould have naquadah in their blood, and if it gets into a person through various means, they become a super soldier, like our boy Tilk.
Interesting.
But it can also be used
Yeah.
to turn
Huh.
you into a nuke, I guess.
Basically,
Yes, it
shut
can.
up, it's space magic.
Yes.
Space magic.
Yeah, atomic weight of 98.6389 is naquadah, apparently.
Hmm. Interesting.
So they really do go into the science at times, and it's weird.
That's very good. Yeah. I mean, to elaborate a little bit more on the black hole, right? Because I feel like it's also an interesting point to cover. I need to explain what a light cone means.
It's not the thing from Star Rail, so yes.
No. A light cone is a logical principle that is the case for everything in existence. That is the time and space diagram, right? To plot space against time.
Yep.
The border defined by the speed of light in all directions. Basically, you cannot go outside the light cone without violating cause. So it's causally impossible to go outside of it. Basically, it's the first going faster than light stuff. Now, the interesting part is, light cones, seeing it at perspective, have a specific direction of time. Now, black holes kind of fuck that up severely to a degree where time starts to point towards the black hole as you approach it.
Space is warped and time is bendable.
Yes, I mean, space-time is one concept, right? So yeah, to elaborate more on the planet there, it is causally impossible for them to escape the black hole to the point where they likely finally got the transmission through. Which is fun!
Yikes.
So yeah,
They go to shut the gate off.
Yes, they go to shut the
let's
gate off. Hammond gets notified that they've lost communications with part of the base, so he's gonna go have a look.
Yeah, I love this, right? Our military general, the man in charge of the base, is going to go for a walk and see why we've lost comms.
Hammond, he's not gonna send a guy, he's gonna go himself.
I mean, he is a Texan. He's grabbed his favorite shotgun, he's grabbed his Stetson, and he's chewing on some brisket, so he thinks he's invincible. It's like, he's got the brisket that killed JFK ready. He's going to eat that. It's not going to kill him because he's Texan. And he's ready to deal with anything except how to actually fix comms-wise if they're damaged.
yeah, imagine if it was actually like damaged comms. He goes down there and is like, well, this looks broken.
I know how to fix this. Texas
Not
brisket
even that,
fixes
he'll try.
anything except a dead president.
So yeah, they decide, okay, what if we just pull the plug on the gate?
Yep. Yeah, they flip the switches, and poor old fucking Sergeant Cylon, who always has a bad fucking day, has an even worse fucking day than normal. Because he gets fucking hit by a bolt of electricity and is like, oh shit, Sergeant.
I like the shocking.
Shocking.
But yes, as we alluded to a little bit ago, the gate is now just getting energy from the black hole, so it will not turn off.
It's kind of weird that they give two theories to this. like either A, we're getting a paradox because because of time dilation, the gate is still open because it's not been 37 minutes on the other side.
Yeah, that's what they were
That's what
sort
I
of
thought
going
it
with
was.
initially.
Yeah.
And then they sort of it kind of reads kind of a little bit like they changed the script and forgot about it.
I do get the feeling they rejiggered the script a little bit at some point. I think they may have got like a scientific consultant in, smacked a few bits, and then went,
Yeah, because time dilation would mean for the reference frame of the wormhole, right?
Yeah.
It would still be 37 minutes, but relative to both sides. And that also means that still for the reference frame of the lab itself, the wormhole would close but be open on the other end, which will be way more of a mess than saying it's just being fueled by energy. Because then you've got, imagining the universe of an apple, suddenly you have a hole that just stops somewhere along the way of non-existence.
Yeah, they go. Yeah,
There's no proper way
you
to
get
explain what the
isekai.
fuck would happen then.
I don't.
We have the truck coming through.
Yeah, the black hole just
Are
turns
we
into a
fucking
truck and sends you
isekaiing
to
black
fucking
holes now?
Konosuba or whatever.
Like,
Yeah.
I was an office
now
worker,
I'm
but I
finally
reincarnated
happy.
as a black hole.
Pan pending. Go on.
With Hawking
Yeah.
radiation
No,
slowly
I got
decreasing my mass.
it. I was starving on benefits in Britain, and then I died and reincarnated as a black hole. Now I'll never be
all you
full
gotta do is
again.
eat the tour.
Sammy.
I hate that.
Just reincarnating as a black hole in the middle of the Conservative Party conference.
But yeah,
I don't think
This is not
anyone
an actual
can.
threat. I can't do
Yeah.
that. That's the point.
How many lists do I land myself on?
I don't know. I
don't know.
Like, that
Okay.
can be considered an actionable threat by the government once they decide that CERN, for some reason, is one of the anti-British work organizations trying to take our country down.
I mean, apparently nowadays, even criticizing anything the Priti Patel or the government says enough to get you thrown out of a Conservative Party conference and have your badge taken away.
You get taken out back and shot.
I mean, that basically almost happened. It was like an LGBT Tory who said, "What the fuck are you doing, Miss Braverman? Shut the fuck up. You're literally...
Oh, no.
How dare you talk like that about trans people who are vulnerable people who need help?" Yeah, he got dragged out by the cops.
How could the leopards eat my face?
Again, how are you a fucking LGBT Tory? I can never understand. No.
Hey,
Anyway.
GB, could you explain to us the science
Gravity
of leopards eating
waves.
faces?
Of a leopard
Yes.
eating a face?
Man, I can't believe the leopards ate my face. Don't worry about it.
What the hell?
Yeah. See,
But yeah,
GB, if you
It's
became
not, it's not space enough for me.
if you
But
became
yes,
a regular host on this podcast, it would just be me making a random non sequitur and then asking you to explain it like you would be able to.
Yeah, you too, Appleton. Fuck. RGB, can't you explain the physics of a mortgage?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, GB, please
I'm
help. My
already
mortgage
out
is
of
going
it
up. How can you
right
explain the
now.
physics of this?
Could you explain the
That's fine.
physics of a credit default swap, please?
Do we really?
No, we have a podcast to do because
Yeah, no, we have to.
Yes!
We got to give like GB like a nice bath and like a glass of wine while he explains.
it's his first appearance. He gets the uncomfortable couch and the glass
Well,
of water.
no, he specifically. Well,
I
he
have a glass of
specifically
lemonade.
gets
Fuck, lemonade.
gets this because we need him to do The Big Short of like physics explanations for all of us. We need to hold the audience's attention by having him in the bath with like the nice glass of wine.
Now I'm just imagining GB's VTuber all skeletal and everything in the bath just with the bubbles as if he's got skin and stuff to
Okay.
cover up with the wine.
We have my skull with a floaty on each antler.
Yes!
Okay.
Okay, right. Jokes aside,
Gravity waves.
Yeah.
So yeah, because I'm also looking at the accuracy, right? And I have a grade for the show at the end in accuracy.
A plus and better.
But yeah, no. The funny thing is that the gravity waves. You'll see. So, the funny thing is, apparently gravity waves are just like earthquakes in the show, which is kind of funny. The bonus is, gravity waves, to explain what it is first and foremost, is a literal distortion of time-space, which makes them really fucky on their own. It's not just shaking matter back and forth. No, it's squashing and stretching space-time itself in quick intervals.
Yes.
Luckily, that means that the black hole is losing mass. Sadly, that also means the black hole is about to be here.
Well,
So,
yes.
every single note of mine is followed by just saying Earth.
Well, it's
fucks
funny that you
times two.
mentioned that, because that's the point I kind of want to make literally now, is that Carter decides to test how far things go by, putting her dog tags through the through the wormhole, which immediately gets completely sucked away. And at that point, I'm like, how is anyone in this room?
Yeah. Maybe.
No, it gets better because right after Mr. Intern Man, who walks next to it, says, "We're reading over 7 Gs at the iris." So we're measuring 7 times Earth's
And it's fine,
gravitational
don't worry about
fields within Earth's gravitational fields.
Mr. President, Mr. President,
I'm
another
standing.
gravitational
What the
field
fuck?
has hit Cheyenne Mountain.
It's been 30 minutes this time. It's fine. It's Fibonacci sequence.
God.
15, 15, 30.
No, it has no, because the Activision also said it at 45, so it is 15 minutes on the fucking dot.
It's not even intentional.
God. Here's the thing. I think the thing about that 7G statement is especially bad when you've got to consider pilots pull around 5G and they still black out. So the fact that this guy is standing here in his dress uniform, just waving his magic points, it's 7G.
So what you're
Captain!
saying is pilots are pussies.
I mean,
That is
Yeah, I mean-
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Claiming.
I can't believe you would say this about the troops, the brave troops that have died for your freedom.
Yeah, the brave troops that tried to fuck the F-35 and it fell off the boat.
You know what? I would try. I would
that's what happened,
try
right?
and fuck the F-35.
I mean, that's how the Americans lost one the other week. The guy was jacking off in the F-35, hit the eject button by accident when he came, and
To be
was
fair, it's a
fuck.
look, the plane will land itself.
It is
on autopilot.
the F-35 is a perfect place to jack off, especially if you like breath play.
Oh, dear. Yeah, welcome to the F-35 with free
alright,
autoerotic asphyxiation.
alright.
The only recruit the finest gangsters.
But yeah, no, I feel like the 7G's comments,
Mhm.
I feel like some proofreading would have called that because, you're saying it's 7 times the Earth's gravitational field directly.
Yeah, that's fuck. Yeah.
They could have used an other unit. It's hard to measure, but maybe energy potential. But yeah, no, 7 times Earth gravitational field at the iris, where closing the iris kind of dampened the gravitational
So
field.
they're fucking us in the pussy.
Not enough.
That is an effective unit of measurement.
Yes. So they're fucking us in 7 different pussies at once.
Mhm.
But yeah, Hammond has gone upstairs and he's promptly greeted and almost shot by Major Davis and the Speckles
at this
team.
point.
Yeah, the elevator opens up and white guy jump scare suddenly appears as they see Hammond.
Hammond gets jump scared by a white guy and is like, oh wait, it's fine, I'm not in a horror movie, he's not the killer.
Yeah, and immediately they're like, hey, the Joint Chief sent us, we are about to take you to Little St. James Island.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
right.
how
And
does
the
this
Lolita
keep-
Express is waiting at a nearby airbase. Bill Clinton wants to see you in
Hold
person.
up, though. So, Clinton, do we know if he was on the Lolita Express during his presidency? Because
I
if
don't
he
know.
was, that would mean that the Lolita Express was temporarily Air Force One.
Oh, no. I still want to point out, right, that they do have a special Osprey called Marine One in case the president is ever flying with the Marines.
It's in case you want to
Why
kill the
couldn't they have
president.
taken Donald Trump on that?
Yeah, they have the Osprey in case you really want to kill the president. We thought helicopters were too safe.
See, GB, this is
It's
when I
okay.
just
We have
don't
now
say
sold the
anything
Osprey
because
to
no
the
matter
civilian
what I
market for
say, they're
search and
just going to
rescue
keep
purposes.
going anyway. And yeah, this is where I just like move on with my day.
I'm just double checking my notes.
Yeah, you tune out.
It's fine.
It's fine.
We're moving on.
Anyway, GB, how you
But
doing,
yeah,
buddy? How's it going, dude? Like we
speaking
can have our own little
speaking of
conversation,
Star-
completely derailing everything. You been watching any One Piece live action yet?
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's of course it
No.
cuts stuff out and changes the bits around, but it's pretty
Nice,
good, you
nice,
know.
nice.
Isn't that?
No. I've
Yeah,
been
yeah.
working on a specific thing which involved like taking notes for it.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
So,
Yeah.
speaking of interruptions and stuff, Dr. Frazier gets interrupted because the special ops team from earlier have arrived and like, we don't know if you're an alien. We've lost contact for 4 hours. You will not go to your medical emergency, Doctor.
Is the military just terminally online? Like, when have you ever tried contacting a professor and got a response within 4
Why do you
hours?
kind of
What do you
enjoy
mean?
enjoy
do it
about
2
this bit
weeks.
in the episode is just because obviously he's been in there for a little bit now, and so he's already been time dilated a little bit. So he still doesn't know. He still doesn't know
dilated
what's
a little.
going on, while everyone on the surface has already figured everything out.
Air Force Spec Ops can have
Well,
a little
essentially, it's like
time
whenever
dilation.
anyone gets closer to it, they have the information they've been told. They get close to it, they come out,
Yeah.
and then everyone's like, "Yeah, we figured it out already."
Yeah.
Huh?
What? Yeah, because we see Hammond in the limo with Major Davis is like, yes, sir, we've worked it all out. You must have dialed a black hole. With the power of my knowledge and a bunch of scientists, we understand the powers of time dilation and relativity. For you, it's been 10 minutes. For us, nearly a day.
For us, it's been I'm afraid it's been 9 years.
Yes, I'm afraid your friend Bill Clinton's been replaced by this new president, George H.W. Bush.
HW, he's back.
He's back, baby.
They brought back Bush Senior.
Fucking-
When did they do this?
Yeah, your black hole has caused time to run backwards, and H.W. Bush is back alive and running for president again.
Wait, I'm
George
sure.
Bush.
I'm pretty sure HW was still
Excuse
alive
me.
when this episode.
Excuse me. W.
When
Not
did
W.
H.W. Bush die?
W.
No, no.
Yeah.
We're talking. This is
His
Daddy.
dad.
This is Daddy.
W.
This is Daddy. This is W.
He died 2018.
Yeah, okay, he was. Yeah, he was alive.
Should've
Well, so that was.
said alive.
I kind of thought he would have died longer ago than that, but
Anyway,
No, his fucking Secret Service nickname was Skin.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
but yes, we regret to inform you that due to time dilation, the tax season has already passed and the IRS is on their way. Right now.
No.
Oh, not the IRS.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Actually, if you would the IRS
No.
accept time dilation as a
No,
reason
they
why you
wouldn't.
haven't paid your taxes?
No, it's the IRS. Fuck you. You'll have to fill out this form, 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 and even then they still won't believe it because at the end of the day,
And relativity gives me a headache.
I get it.
I mean, does it give you a headache, GB?
No, it's all good.
It's all G good in the hole.
But yes, Carter does follow it up, by the way, after the whole interaction with Mr. Commando Man. With the one quote I have legitimately asked the PhD students at university to help with, and we both don't know what the fuck they mean.
And that is?
Saying that space-time warps are not a result from the gravitational field, but instead it's in advance of the gravitational field. Now, this could mean that we are literally breaking causality by having the gravitational field on Earth be earlier than the black hole, which means we're currently in negative time difference between Earth and the planet itself, which would mean in turn that the Earth is additionally fucked.
Hey, Hope, could you do me a favor and play that relativity drop again?
Yeah, sure.
And relativity gives me a headache.
Sorry, I've just sent GB some details about the show that are spoilers to see if that helps him comprehend how the Stargate works.
No.
It may have given him a bigger headache.
So,
Yes.
So
yeah,
There's no Daniel, no Tilk, no Scylla because they're injured or not here. Yeah, we've got the gravity waves, which is bad. And, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Jack O'Neill's old military buddy. It's Colonel Cromwell, everyone.
It's time.
Give a round
Yeah.
of applause for no
It's time for
character
his-
seen before Colonel
It's
Cromwell.
time for his roommate.
Yeah, it's time for Jack's ex-buddy.
No,
His
they
former
weren't.
roommate, yes.
They were roommates.
Sir,
They
definitely
weren't
appearing in
I am
future
not-
episodes.
You get evicted.
I'm not.
Sorry, what did you say?
Oh no, did he get evicted?
Yeah, and his character he's angry and stupider than Jack.
His character is, I have a bone to pick with you, Jack, for stupid reasons because fuck
The
you.
reason is even
Yeah, actually, the
worse,
reason makes
because
no
it's, I have a
sense,
bone to pick with you because I did something bad to you.
Yes, as they
Yes.
later reveal, yes, you're right.
Like, I legitimately felt
Yeah.
what.
Yeah, I mean, we could spoil it now, but like, so fucking
No, it felt like what the show was gaslighting me.
No, we're not. Cromwell.
No, the show
Yes,
was.
absolutely. You got gaslit here. We got gaslit. We all got gaslit.
Yeah. Cromwell left Jack for dead in an ambush on the Iraqi border in the 1980s, and Jack spent 4 months in an Iraqi prison. Jack is mad at Cromwell for leaving him behind,
being
and
mad,
Cromwell is mad
for
at
being
Jack.
mad
Question
that he
mark?
left him behind.
Oh, that explains the note saying, like, Iraq is involved in the black hole. Cool.
Yes, Saddam Hussein got Gerald Bull to build the supergun, and he used the supergun to shoot at the black hole to defeat the
No.
black
What
hole
he
in the
did,
name
what
of
he did
Iraq.
was,
You know the fucking graph saying, like,
you know, the Saddam tunnel.
yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know
exactly
the Saddam
that.
tunnel. Yeah, the
The
black hole next to it is like, for me, seconds will have passed. But
I'm not making another alternate cover where it's Saddam Hussein's hiding place, short fan connected to the black hole.
well, yeah, it's like, for me, seconds have passed, but for the rest of the
30
world,
and
countless
the rest of
time has passed, and they think I'm dead.
Oh no! Fine, I'm doing a slightly different cover. I'm doing the Wojak pointing at the Saddam meme. Okay, okay.
Sure.
I just need to find where it is.
Yeah. But yeah, the space-time warp result being in advance of it, I guess means that the current Earth is traveling into the future, or the lab is just traveling into the future, which is even more of a disconnect. Which also means that the time dilation itself is even more fucked up. But I think it's the explanation of explaining why the gravitational field just keeps increasing quickly, even though, according to logic, it should happen very gradually.
It's fine, don't worry
But
about
yeah, let's see. Yeah, then they talk about exploding.
Oh,
it.
that's weird. Yes, the president of Hammond is back.
Then I'm
Hammond is back.
thinking,
It's
like-
been 18 hours for him.
Yeah, Hammond just appears.
It's like, the president has said, I have been to Washington, and
It's
the
like-
president says that he wants you to put a bomb on it.
Yeah, we get a white man jump scare as Hammond, who was big god for 18 hours, just shows up. Is like, yeah, it's all fucked. We gotta blow the base up. We gotta use the auto destruct. I said I could use my attacks as nuclear brisket, but they said no, that's too dangerous.
Really, it's just a Gumball episode of we all know where this is going, so let's just skip to the end.
Yes.
But yes, so then my logic was they're talking about how the explosion itself will be sucked in by the Stargate, right? Thereby, like, making everything fine. Like, the whole base itself will be a contained blast to the gravitational field. They're saying 10 meters away from the Stargate. Standing.
I mean, they think they'll be able to get away.
I mean, more the part where they already are saying that the black hole itself has a strong enough gravity on Earth within that field to hold back a goddamn explosion. Yet they're standing right next to the
don't worry about
gravitational field.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
worry
true,
about it.
right?
Don't worry about
Where is it measuring? If it was measuring 7G next to the gate, where the fuck is the 7G now? Because they get G suits later.
Yes.
Again, all I have to say on the matter is
Space is warped and time is bendable.
So yes,
Yes.
we're going to evacuate the base.
I'm going to need a whole lot more G's to hold
We
back.
got to
that
evacuate
explosion.
this base, and 2 people have to stay behind. Preferably two people with a lot of a grudge and sexual tension between them.
Jack, Cromwell, you're the only two people fucking. We could send Carter down there, but she already left for the surface.
Yes.
Yes.
You two are in different branches of the military, so you two fucking would not be a chain of command
No.
issue.
They're both in the
Oh,
Air Force.
fuck, you're right. They're both
Sorry.
Air Force, fuck.
Yeah, Cromwell's Air Force Special Ops, which I guess the Ares? What's the fuck is the Air Force version of the Marines?
Yeah.
Excellent question.
Moving on.
Oh god, the Air Force version of the Marines. Like, if Marines are dumb enough already, what about Marines at high altitude?
I mean, they're Marines that think they're smart, but actually they're not. They're like, they're the Marines who do the square peg goes in the square hole. The round peg goes in the square hole. The triangle goes in
That's
the
a
square
move.
hole.
That's right. The square hole.
Yeah, that's the Marines. That's the Air Force Marines. I mean, at least
The
they.
black hole goes into the square hole.
And when I'm done, the crayons come out. I can solve a simple puzzle.
Yes, the edible crayons that come
Wait.
from the black hole.
GB doesn't know about the fucking crayon
Oh, for
MREs.
fuck's sake.
The what?
A former Marine invented MREs. that
Because
look
the
like
joke
crayons.
is Marines eat crowns.
Ah.
That's a.
That's where the Titan joke came from.
That Titan mains?
Yes.
Well, that's the thing, is that
Oh.
it's technically not a joke that Marines eat crayons. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy of the people made jokes about Marines being so dumb that they eat crayons, that the Marines are like, haha, wouldn't it be funny if we ate crayons? Now they actually eat crayons.
Wouldn't it be funny if we hazed the dude into eating crayons?
Yep.
Because some of that's got to be hazing.
I don't know. I can imagine. I can
also-
imagine a Marine just getting a bit hungry, seeing a green crayon, and being like, "Yo, what if that tastes like apple though?"
Oh man, it looks like a broad bean.
No.
And I like beans because I get beans with my barbecue.
Mm.
So yeah, everything's
But yeah, they did also.
being evacuated.
Yeah, they
Oh,
do
sorry.
actually explain, right? Yeah, it's being evacuated. On top of which, Carter then explains exactly why the gravitational field is so whack. A kind of interesting form. Basically, because the gravitational field is radially expanding on the black hole side, but the Stargate itself functions as a lens. It's like concentrating it into like this strong gravitational bubble, apparently. Which would mean even more that people inside the base would already be dead.
Yeah.
But it is very cool, very fun fact.
So yeah, we
Yeah.
get back to the surface, to which Hammond has been down there now for 22 hours. 25, is it? Okay.
Yeah, which means they will be waiting for 6 hours relative time when it means 5 hours? Okay, right. This makes no sense. Because
Okay, yeah.
Carter, spoiler alert, right? They say they won't blow for another 6 hours relative to us, right? But when we get down there, it's been more than 6 hours, so clearly
Don't worry about it.
And relatively gives me a headache.
That's why I need to specify which part it's 6 hours. If it's a 6 hour expansion, it will be within the black hole frame, which means like days on the surface. But yes, we're then talking about 6 hours for that, and 6 hours to devour the mountain itself, then 6 hours for the whole state. So it's expanding logarithmically or exponentially, which is accurate because the gravitational field radially gets stronger on an exponential level. So that's very nice. Though realistically, it will be way worse than that because the moment the Stargate enters the black hole, the gravitational field becomes so strong past the event horizon that the Stargate itself on Earth would turn nearby matter into a black hole of itself, thereby just destroying the Earth immediately or close to immediate. Yeah,
but Carter is doing maths, and of course, an airman comes around and gives her
Tries
a
to fuck her
donut.
with Dunkin' Donuts, yeah.
Captain, we got these from the nearby Dunkin' Donuts. They've actually opened up nearby because for some reason people keep ordering large amounts of donuts to Cheyenne Mountain. They've also opened up a Domino's, a Pizza Hut,
Yeah,
and a
all
Burger
in
King.
since the time. All in
So
the
why'd you put
time
the donut
since you've
back?
been down there.
I mean, this is the one thing that I think kind of amazes me is that we do see the Stargate canteen is just an average canteen, yet we know for a fact that there are fast food workers that have to get clearance to work at the hot dog van in the Pentagon Square, and that the Pentagon also has like a fucking Pizza Hut and a McDonald's in there and a few other shops because they don't want people to track the pizza orders from the local Pizza Hut and realize when they're up all night working on shit because they have one inside.
Yeah, the minimum wage
Nice.
McDonald's workers inside Cheyenne Mountain are also reservists that they have to go. Every other SG team is compromised. They
Every
have to go
fast
through
food
the
worker
gate.
in Cheyenne Mountain has a fucking gun, just all times ready to shoot a Gould. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Like flipping burgers with MP7 on your back.
they have a special under barrel attachment for their MP5 and it's just the burger flipper.
Remember, your line cook,
Can't wait for one of them to get real
your
tired.
line cook could be a Gould.
Oh my god, they've just got the signs up saying, watch out for the signs of Gould possession, glowing eyes, strange voice, signs of malevolence, and fucking sense of superiority.
Damn,
And the line
damn,
cook
that just
keeps
sounds like
getting
that
killed for
just
being
sounds like a fast food manager.
Yeah, I was going to say, the manager, they eventually have no manager because the manager keeps just being gunned down.
You know what? Fuck you.
Yes, the strange worker-controlled communist.
They fucking figure out there's a Gould infestation because a Gould walks into a McDonald's and orders a fucking Whopper, and the guy at the counter just goes, "Just wait a minute. Would you like no? He doesn't say
Would you like fries with that?"
Chips
Pulls
with
the
that.
shotgun.
Wait a minute,
Goes,
wait a
of
minute,
course,
wait
and
a
they
minute.
shoot him in the face immediately.
Oh fuck! This wasn't a Gould. This was one of our British transfer students.
Oh, it's okay. He read The Guardian. He was transphobic.
Oh no. What? Wait, what?
So
Okay,
it's-
sure.
The Guardian is a British newspaper that claims to be left wing, but is mainly
I know The Guardian.
that is centrist and transphobic.
Huh. Anyway, yeah, so with the calculations, right, I do want to mention something funny.
Okay.
Because I took a screen cap of that, and I was like, this is always the fun part. You have a sciencey thing, how sciencey is the sciencey thing? Here's the funny part. I think they got a data plot from an scientific paper, right, and copied the info on that. There's a small issue there. It includes comments for codes. Like, it specifically has like a symbol combination for when you want to write a comment in your code, but it's written on the whiteboard.
Of course there is.
It's really funny. Like, it's talking about float calculations, and then right after has like the comment designation. It's like, huh. But then it also above that has the correct geometry for Schwarzschild's coordinate space, which is very fancy to put on there.
Again, they
So,
definitely paid their
yeah.
consultant well.
Yeah, but it's funny to have on one whiteboard both an extremely precise calculation, followed by plagiarism of some codes.
Well, speaking of plagiarism, we're going to plagiarize earlier in the episode, and we're going to turn the episode into a horror movie for a second, because with the scene with Jack, the first bit with Jack and Cromwell downstairs, almost feels like they're copying the bit with the very first scene with Boyd, the guy who runs SG Chen's called Boyd, by the way. Like, they're all worried about shit going wrong. They're all preparing to blow shit up and everything, and it's just like, I don't know if this is intentional, but it feels like for a second they managed to capture the horror again of some of the shit that goes on in Stargate. Because the fact is, you are sitting down here attached to, with a portal to a black hole on either side of some glass and some titanium, and your job here is to blow this base up and hope everything works out. Like, that's creeping horror shit.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's a few times where Stargate does that, like in the original movie, where all of a sudden the Jaffa guards become fucking predator Terminators taking people out in the black of night, and no one has any idea what's going on apart from the smack of people being clubbed unconscious. Like, ever so occasionally, they managed to turn Stargate into a horror franchise, and it's great. Because sci-fi horror is an untapped genre.
So yeah, now they're all about to be executed for treason because they decided to defy the orders of the President of the United States of America.
Kind of funny,
Yeah. But it's okay. Hammond has come back because Hammond here is going to be our Deus Ex Machina because he has mentioned the second gate. And Carter has an idea. What if we did what we did 2 episodes ago? What if we used the directed blasts of energy to make the wormhole jump?
Which is the part where put a pin in it with an explosion because they're gonna use a fucking bomb again. God damn it.
Listen, when you are the US military, anything looks like a nail and when all you have is a nuclear bomb.
Well, we can't.
Yeah, we went from a large-scale explosion to a small-scale explosion.
Yeah, it's a small-scale directed energy blast at the gate, which,
We can't use an explosion to deal with this situation. Instead, we're going to have to use an explosion to deal with this situation.
Listen, it's a
Basically.
explosion. It's fine. It's different.
Basically.
But yeah, this is the part of the episode now where we get them screaming at each other about how Jack got left behind in Iraq.
Yeah, we get the sexual tension part where Jack and Boyd are about to start making out before Carter arrives.
I'm angry at you, Jack, because I left you there.
Well, I'm angry at you because you left me there, you cunt. I spent 4 months in an Iraqi prison.
What do you want me to do? Forgive you? Yeah, I guess. Well, no!
No.
Please?
Ugh.
No! I had to see Saddam Hussein shoot so many
salt,
chefs.
Too little salt, not enough. Too much salt,
I think he
not enough salt.
what
Too
a sous
much
chef
pepper,
is.
not enough chili. The list went on.
It's fucking raw.
So yeah.
Yeah, he could never get a good meal because he kept killing his chef.
At this point, our Sam comes down and is like, "Don't do it. We have a plan."
Sam and a suddenly recovered
Yeah, he's
Psylocke.
fine.
Yeah, don't worry.
Time dilation.
Yeah,
Time
what I
dilation.
love about this as well is that, like, we're getting a bomb sent here, and for us it will be like 5 minutes has passed by the time it arrives, and then it instantly arrives.
Yeah.
Okay,
Tim
no,
just
that
is
is
just
not
like,
what happens.
"Hi, I am
Christopher
here with
Judge,
the bomb."
the most flexed arms in the fucking world, like walks out just like gripping.
Yeah.
His arms are like just like.
For a second, like
Explodia.
when he first appeared on frame, I thought for a second it was like strapped around his waist. I'm like, is he not just suicide bomb?
Fucking Teal just walks in with a bomb around his
Christopher
waist.
Judge
I
has
will
joined
punch the
up.
black
No.
hole. I will punch it. Get out of my way. I will punch it.
I will punch it so hard. I will launch it in stun block. We can use the plus frames to get out of here.
We've taken an idea from these guys called Al Qaeda. We are
I
going.
really can't, especially
Oh,
considering
I can't say it.
Jack's
I
whole
can't
fucking
say it.
backstory.
Indeed.
I know.
Yeah, he got he got he got taken out by the members of Al Qaeda, like John Rambo. GB, in your opinion, with how much the gravitational pull of the black hole must have reached at this point, do you think some basic abseiling equipment is enough to counteract that?
Abseiling equipment and G suits, which are rated for up to 5 Gs.
Oh, really? They're rated for
So
up
you
to
wear
5
believe
G-suits,
I'm
that
gonna
protect
I'm
you
double
from
checking that right now.
Vaccine radiation.
So hold up.
Okay.
So I've got a formula here for time dilation based on the gravitational difference, right? So let's see. We will be looking at when they're down the rope, which is an interesting paradox because one half of the rope moves slower than the other, which creates this weird part that a rope as a whole is in 2 states of time. This is really funky.
Okay.
So let's see.
While you do that, by the way, a modern G-suit with anti-gene strain techniques, a trained pilot is expected to endure up to 9G. That is a trained pilot for an F-15, F-16, F-18, Eurofighter, and Rafale.
Okay, cool. We're speaking 250 times Earth's gravity here for 2 times time delay.
So you're saying a G-suit and some exercises aren't going to cut it?
Hey,
we're talking like multiple times.
They've got a rope.
They got a rope.
Don't forget the rope.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why my notes had man dead as hell.
Listen,
Okay,
it's
cool.
like D&D.
My notes are
The
filled
rope
with saying
is
this
always
person is
useful,
dead.
It works and it does no problems.
Well, that's because the rope knows
Look, the
where
rope
it is.
doesn't have a step up for when it breaks. Exactly what?
So yeah, the IRS completely eats shit at this point. Don't know how it's held on for this long, but sure.
At this point, the iris is just titanium, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's just titanium at this point.
I'm honestly impressed it lasted that long.
Yeah, this is not the super iris they get later, or the shield that...
Spoilers.
Well,
I honestly thought it was just a bunch of aluminium sheets.
It's titanium.
So,
well, Cromwell eats shit at this point.
But yeah, no, I will say, they put off an amazing composting trick by having the people dangling from the ropes in the same panning shot as the people standing. And that's just neat.
It is.
So yeah, Cromwell eats shit at this point.
Yeah, the glass shatters, Cromwell's rope goes, and he eats shit. Jack tries to save him and is like, this rope will only hold one person, Jack. Fuck you, you've left me behind as well.
I like how he found slow motion on the 215 times Earth's gravity.
I mean, he would have been turned into a pancake before the time dilation even caught him, really.
Yes, absolutely.
And the bomb is about to go. The bomb is about to go off. But don't worry, Jack is saved from the pull of a black hole by 3 people pulling on a rope.
Let's be real, they basically say Teal'c did this. They say that our boy Kratos is strong enough to outpull a black hole.
Christopher Judge's arms were fucking ridiculous when he came out of that lift.
So yeah, the bomb goes off, but gets pulled up by the black hole just in time.
Yep. Yeah, Jack is fine. The Stargate jumps to the nearest wormhole, which is the nearest Stargate, which is apparently not our other Stargate, but in fact some random planet that we have just ethered.
Well, you mentioned that. Imagine how entirely fucked this would have been if at this point they realized that someone else has stolen the second Stargate again.
Oh no!
So we've moved it. Good news, we've moved it. Good news, we moved it. Bad news, it's still on Earth.
It's okay, we put the Dutch Stargate in the sea, and it will eventually reclaim even more land for glorious Grand Holland.
Ah, yes, the sea level will lower, therefore the Dutch will dominate the Earth. So,
and everyone will be playing
Hogwarts. I was about to make that joke.
Remember how he said the rope... But yeah, no, remember how the rope is experiencing 2 states of time at the same time, right? So Mr. Big Man...
No, Mr. Big Man
starts pulling the rope.
Teal'c. Kratos. Yeah, Mr. Big.
Mr. Big Man.
The Mongo,
so,
if you will.
Bomb time is 20 seconds, relatively speaking. But shouldn't that not be the case that Mr. Dangly Man should be going up very fucking speed?
Yes, because slowly and someone moving quickly, like on the same shot. Well, it's not going to work like that because that's hard.
No.
Yes, which also creates a paradox because then the rope gets shorter.
My brain hurts.
Yeah. Yeah, my brain hurts.
Welcome to General Relativity. This is where we use non-Euclidean geometry. Or in other words, Lovecraft's funny he-who world.
Space is warped and time is bendable.
Non-Euclidean geometry, aka Jerry Seinfeld's apartment.
For gravity.
Non-Euclidean geometry, aka the geometry is bisexual at least.
No, there's a very funny geometry we use for this, and I shit you not, the name for it is Eddington Finkelstein.
What?
Oh, they fucking Finkelstein that geometry, man. It looks fucked.
Yeah. Finkelstein is responsible for keeping the rope intact. You're welcome.
Thanks, Finkelstein.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Mr.
buddy.
Finkelstein.
So, GB, you had a letter grade you wanted to assign this episode.
Yes, so, in terms of scientific claims and events happening within it, they get 11 correct, which is very impressive. They also get 9 horribly wrong. Therefore, their total grade is a 5.5 out of 10, which for a show is pretty fucking good. And it's a pass. A student pass. Even.
Yay! That's the best kind. We haven't.
But yes, everyone is fucking dead.
Most of the science passes, except for the fact that we still have to have a TV show, which means that we can't actually kill everyone.
Well, if you think, about it, though,
you already have the information paradigm.
Grade boundaries shift depending on how everyone as a whole did, and considering how bad every other show gets this kind of science. They get top grades, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna find anything better.
Interstellar.
Okay, Interstellar.
But
That's like the one exception.
Yeah. But yes, it's very fun to see some good stuff on black holes. Very fun. Very fun. It's also the field of astronomy.
It's also interesting that this came out like that long ago and was just a fucking series. Like it was a serialized episode. It wasn't like a whole like thing.
Yeah.
Keep in mind the biggest discoveries in black holes have been since 2014 onwards.
New telescopes, right?
Gravitational wave detections.
Yeah.
All of it. Like, all of it. Interferometers. We currently have a telescope array spanning all the way from Greenland down to the South Pole, effectively turning the Earth into one giant telescope to see protoplanetary orbits and accretion disks of black holes on a degree that would not have been possible in any other measurement ever.
That's cool as shit.
Very cool.
But we have one...
Also... One fun thing about that I do need to mention, it is slightly unrelated to black holes, but it was part of the black hole imaging. So they're too big a file to transfer digitally, right? Unless Musky Man allows you to use Starlink, in which case it is only 1 week of transfer time. Instead, we have to send them through hard disks. And what better way to send them than by just sending them through DHL? And it actually happened once where DHL lost a hard drive from the South Pole.
Oops. I bet someone was fucking fired.
I mean, DHL was a deep shit.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yes, we're sending all of this critical scientific data through every.
Oh no!
Oh no! We've subcontracted. Oh yeah, that's Hermes.
Yes.
No, we're sending them through the Dutch postal system.
It's okay. We have hired Deutsche Post to work in America when they only work in Germany.
Excellent. But yeah, no, that's actually the biggest step of interferometers. It takes half a year.
Wow.
It's fine. We've got the Dutch Postal Service.
Yeah. With Musky Man, 1 week.
Yes, the shoe polish is necessary for our delivery efforts.
No.
But yeah.
Look, we're scientists. We can't afford the express delivery from Amazon Prime.
But the good news is the episode isn't quite over. Jack is fine. Teal'c has saved his life. We destroyed a random planet. Hooray! We've also made we've got a new iris. It's trinium and titanium, so it'll be even stronger next time we dial a black hole. It'll last a day instead of half a day.
Even though the gravitational field will not be impacted by the word, yes.
Also, Daniel is here.
You wouldn't.
Yeah, I didn't know who the fuck Daniel was. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, Daniel just shows up and it's like, hi Jack, I'm here. I'm in the episode technically. Do you want to know why he wasn't?
Yeah, I was about to say, did he need to get paid?
Actually, no. Do you know, he was not in the episode because his wife was pregnant, giving birth. So you remember a few episodes ago, his actual wife was pregnant.
Nice.
But yes, his wife Tatiana, I believe it was Tatiana Shanks, was giving birth at the time, and we find out that, hey Jack, since you clocked in for work this morning, 2 weeks have passed. You are not entitled to overtime.
Oh yeah, no. In fact, you're actually being sent for disciplinary for being absent without leave. Yeah.
Yep. And Jack, in response, says, fuck you, I'm going back to bed, which all I have to say is,
Yeah.
mood.
No. Do we have any closing thoughts on this episode?
All right.
That was a matter of time. So,
Closing thoughts. Black hole.
Thank you, GB. No, but genuinely, thank you for joining us and adding some much needed intellect to this podcast.
to this, some much needed seriousness and scientific rigor to this incredibly unserious
Yes,
podcast.
Yes, we can discuss my payment plan tomorrow.
So yeah, patreon.com/SGO podcast. We have a Patreon.
You can give us money for the extended cut of this episode because it's run for an hour and 40 minutes. This is actually going to be hilarious because the free feed listeners are going to be hearing the 15-minute call-outs of the first hour when 9/11 kept being mentioned, and they're going to be like, wait, what?
Oh my God.
It's not? How on earth? Because I will have cut quite a few bits.
You're going to have to go through all of our previous episodes and just cut every time.
Insert 9/11 every 15
I meant
minutes,
as in
yes.
you have to find every instance of me saying a number so that you can splice together. So, or any of us saying a number so that you can splice together. It has been 7 minutes.
GB, thank you for showing up on our episode. Would you like to tell the audience where they can get more of our favorite eldritch horror physicist?
Yeah, it's Netherlands. Yeah.
All right, everyone, get on the plane to the Netherlands. We're going to GB.
Would you mind dropping your address to everyone on the podcast?
Yeah, it's your mom.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Anyway, yeah, I do stream on Twitch, and I have a Twitter where I put my art portfolio, both under the name of GBroatic. There's GBroatic, where I make all kind of spooky stuff.
He makes fucking amazing spooky shit. If you've caught one of my streams since this was out, you've seen the spooky Halloween PNG I have.
I mean, it's Halloween after all, so it's the perfect time. I mean, it's Spooktober. Yeah, it's Halloween all week and month.
It's Halloween all week, all month, and in fact, it's Halloween 24/7.
No, what do you mean? What do you mean Halloween? That was like a month ago, GB.
This episode is coming out on
You're wrong, Frosty.
the 10th of October.
Well, no.
Because we have no.
I was making a joke about time dilation, you idiots.
I refuse.
I mean, I have a terrible joke about time dilation that I'm not saying at all.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not
Yeah,
that.
we find space-time's
Space-time?
bottom
No.
surgery. It has to dilate. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, I'm not making the joke on air. I've already told the joke to Frosty.
Okay. Well,
and I've been told it's terrible. But anyway, Ryan, where can the people get more Ryan?
Here. And on Patreon.
Indeed. Give us money on
Please,
Patreon so
no,
Ryan
so I can pay my
can
bills.
buy more random shit. Yeah, Ryan wants to buy the Oscar Aces ROG set for his computer to upgrade.
Hey, GB, did you mention your...
He wants to rock
your
that.
event happening soon?
Yeah, you can
my
plug
summer
that.
fun on Halloween.
Yes.
Yes. It's also coming up. Well, plenty of horror
I'll have
lineup
to
for that as
remember
well.
to come along to that.
I would love to, but I will be at my girlfriend's.
Bitch, you couldn't
Last
watch
one,
it while you're
days.
there.
I imagine.
I mean, I could, or I could be staring at my girlfriend.
Alright,
You can do both.
I'm gonna run away because someone's on my door.
Nothing else.
All right. So I'm Arctisha
I'm
Frost.
deleting.
You can find me as Arctisha Frost on both Blue Sky and on Twitch. I sometimes actually stream. Maybe I'll even stream. I don't know, next week again. I don't know. Maybe. Wait, no. Wait.
Future
I said
events.
next week. That's.
We should do a Baldur's Gate
Next
collab,
week-
but I'm also gonna mod
And
the
by
shit out of
next
Baldur's
week,
Gate.
and by possibly next week, I realize that means possibly this week for you, the listener.
Future events such as these will affect you in the future, for that is where we will spend the rest of our lives.
What?
Space is warped and time is bendable.
Yeah, I don't think we have another host of this podcast that needs to plug stuff.
Fuck you. Hi, my name's Hope Frayall. You can find me at twitch.tv/HopeFray and Oral. That's FRAYORL. It's HFrayOral on Twitter, and on Blue Sky it is horribly scrolls.
So
It's HopeFrayall.bsky.social. So it's the same spelling as on Twitch. No, we're just wrapping things up. And speaking of Halloween events, there is the Big Starfall, which is my VTuber group that I'm part of. The Big Starfall Party on the 28th and 29th. We will be doing karaoke and Among Us and spooky
Sounds
shit.
lame. Go to the
But not
GBroatic
clutching
instead.
TV shit. Go to both, you cunt.
All right, thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you all for listening to yet another episode of this show. Once again, as we mentioned, you can get more. You can get extended cuts of our episodes and bonus episodes on Patreon.
Speaking of bonus episodes, we've got a bonus episode next week. Ryan, what are we
you gotta
watching?
pick, Ryan.
All of One Piece.
Ryan did want
but
to
we
make a
need to,
stint
like,
in his book at
plan
some point.
that
And I
out.
think that's honestly probably better as a stream.
Yeah, that needs
honestly,
planning now.
I
actually
think
do
that
kind of
should be
agree
like a
with that.
live
It could be a
stream,
live stream, and like hell, I might even set up my actual camera and do like a fucking live reading of it.
Oh god, yeah,
Sure.
That's like an event.
Yeah, we can discuss that as a future event. But what do you want to watch next week?
What do you
Do
want to
I
watch?
think something?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you think on that, and
I'll think on Kissing
and
Girls.
I will. Our wonderful audience, as ever, the episode is now over. So fuck off.
Get out of here. Go back to whatever you were doing before.
Bye.
Oh.
By the way, we're doing Snatch. Ryan wanted us to do the movie Snatch, the follow-up to Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Well, spiritual follow-up. Goodbye.
What exactly does funky mean?
Thank you for listening to this episode of Stargate Oversight. Stargate Oversight is, of course, myself, Hope Frayall, Architecture Frost, and Ryan. Today's special guest was the one and only horror hee-hee-hoo-hoo kneecap man himself, GBroatic. For more Stargate Oversight or an extended cut of this episode, please go to patreon.com/SGO podcast. Next week's episode will be Snatch, which is a bonus episode. You must be a patron to get the full episode. Goodbye for now. Fuck y'all.